Nothing like a bit of buckshot to faces. Anyway, let's talk about Doom. This is Doom, the latest version of the franchise. So, Doom is a arena-style shooter, something most people haven't played before because they have disappeared for the last 10 years or so. Most shooters these days go down the modern military route, and Doom decides to go a little bit old school. It's an arena-style shooter, which means that the maps are designed in such a way that there's only a limited number of routes you can actually die from, and you can actually travel around. The maps are small and fast-paced, and the whole game as a whole is quite fast-paced. So, what else does it say? Well, you may be noticing as well there are pickups around the map, which I am picking up right now. Some armor. There's also health and ammo. Now, in previous arena-style games, you used to be able to pick up weapons. In Doom, that's not the case anymore. They've completely ditched that model. They've decided instead that you can have loadouts or classes. Something most modern shooters have stuck to. You can pick a class, you can then customize it to your whim. So, say for example you wanted a shotgun, you can have a shotgun and a sniper rifle. Say for example you wanted to have, I don't know, pistols, you can have pistols. In Doom there is a limited number of
demon runes spawned.
Guns, however, each gun feels completely different to each other and each gun has a different role. So although there may not be that many weapons, there is quite a variety between guns. So, what else has changed? Well, for starters, the game also has a progression system, something the older arena shooters have completely forgot to include, and didn't include because you just literally played the game and that was it. Whereas this game has a progression system because that has become a modern element of most games these days. The game does feature one weapon pickup, which is a super weapon. I believe there's going to be a super weapon on every single map, however I'm not sure. The franchise has also added in Demon Runes, which is basically a giant demon pickup, which is incredibly powerful, as you just saw that, and is extremely useful in TDM, and that was a defeat because not everything you post on YouTube is your best games. So, what else is there to say about this? Well, you may notice that another thing as well is the game is pretty demonic, and we can be as colourful as we want. Yeah. So the franchise has also included customization. So you can customize your character, you can add different bits of armor, you can colour the armor, you can add different patterns and other things. Now you may notice as well, those are hack modules, which are basically little I would say buffs to yourself after every life. You can get extra armor, you can get extra damage, extra XP per kill, etc, etc, just to help you along. They're very, very useful in some cases. However, if you're going on a tear, they're not that useful. Now, as I said earlier, progression system, there you go. Some challenges, yes, progression systems. Oh, one thing I really dislike about most games these days have a progression system. Now, you may notice as well, something on the scoreboard, is that the matchmaking is a bit screwy, or it was in the beta. Sometimes I would get matches where everybody would be in situations like that. Yeah, they need to improve that, and as you can see, customization, people have decided to just do whatever colour they want, and I've gone with a blue and a bit of a more standardish look instead of the neon looking design some people have come up with. So, Doom. I like Doom. I think it's actually a good mix between arena style games and the more modern components. One complaint I do have about this game at the moment, and I don't think it's going to be changed, is the sound design. People can fire a shotgun behind you or a rocket and you can't hear them, and you will die very, very quickly if that's the case. I would like that to be changed. I don't mind the lack of footsteps, however it is a problem, but if I knew that someone was behind me firing, it'd be much more helpful. Yeah. Now, as I said, this is a closed beta version of the game. It's currently finished, so some of these complaints and the game is subject to change. However, the game is coming out in less than a month. So yeah, going back to the hack system, as you can see, you get slots and you get different ones, as I just showed you there. Now, the beta did have a limited amount of content within it, so there could be a lot more. There was only 2 maps in the beta. You're seeing both of them here. Well, they're not that different compared to each other. They play very, very similar. When it comes to design, I like the design. The biggest complaint I have with regards to the maps is, what would be the best way of putting it? They don't feel like the demons fit into them too much, but that's just me. However, the maps are pretty, they are lovely, and as you can see there, everyone's dressed up in neon pretty much. That's something I don't quite understand, but that's fine, in my opinion. So, what else is there to say about this game? It's an arena style shooter. It does it quite well. It follows the formula, and yeah, that's it. It's an arena style shooter. It follows the formula. It takes some of the more modern elements that people haven't grown used to and incorporates them into an old style. I believe the game you're going to be watching here is what happens when you just let someone completely destroy you. And as you can see there, he's completely oblivious. That's another thing to say as well. Radar is done. So you can do stuff like that. You can sneak up on someone, and if someone's not aware, you can abuse the hell out of it. This game also does feature the double jump. Yes, I know, it's amazing. Now, in past arena style games, if I remember correctly, because it's been a while since I played any of them, you could actually do the double jump by using rocket launchers and boosting in like weird ways using the physics engine. Pretty sure that was the case. I can't remember, it's been such a while since I've played an arena-ish style game. So, what else is to say about Doom? It's fun. It's a good crossover. For the pure arena style fans, it may be a bit of a letdown. However, for people who've grown accustomed to some of the more modern elements, but want to scale it back a bit, for example, the instant death rubbish that is Call of Duty, sometimes, then this game features a nice little, I would say, compromise. Now, here's the demon pickup. Now, one thing you will notice is the demon does have health. I believe it's 300 standard health, and it also has rockets and a jetpack, and it's just absolutely terrifying to go against. Because if you do not get this demon, then your team are going to have to run away from it, because this thing can just swing games. It really is that good, especially in team deathmatch. So it does bring a bit of variety, and just look at that, just complete and utter destruction. Oh, I was so happy when I got that. And see, just run into you just instant die. It's just that terrifying. And trust me, I've been on both ends of the stick here. I've been destroying people with this thing and also been destroyed, and the best strategy is to just literally run away. There's literally nothing you can do against that thing unless you can catch it off guard. Yeah. So Doom also features various multiplayer modes. From my understanding, I believe the game features, I think, 2 game modes, or it did feature 2 game modes in this. Yeah, it did, which was the King of the Hill style game mode and Team Deathmatch. And you can see that I was checking the scoreboard because I was just going on an absolute tear. And there we go. Just knowing what to do and just where the health pickups are so useful for going on streaks. This game also features taunts, which are basically over-the-top kills. Sort of. Actually, no, that was a glorious kill, which is basically an over-the-top melee kill, and then you do a sort of taunt, which is basically a dance. And yeah. So it's added a couple things to keep you playing. I'm not sure how I feel about taunt and the neon pink armor, because I don't think it fits into the theme of the game, but I can live with it. the rest of the game is good enough and it's fun. How long this game will last for, I don't know. But it's a fun take on the shooter genre. It changes.
Incoming demon
Playing the same sort of military style game before. Yeah, that's the power weapon. I don't know how I didn't die there. But he should have killed me. Oh, he should have killed me. The streak continues. Look at that, just going that way, teleporting, dodging. Things you don't see in other games. For anyone's curious, I was actually quite happy when I got this gameplay. Because it just... I think it encapsulates what happens when you get someone that knows what they're doing, and that has been missing, and I died. Wow, wow. That was the end of the streak. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, that's Doom.
halfway to victory.
So,
Allied demon
final closing thoughts on Doom.
Spawn. 10 kills remaining.
It's fun. That's it in a nutshell, and I think it probably will do quite well. I don't know what else to say. It'll probably do quite well. I'm happy with it. It's a nice mixture between the arena and the modern shooters. The one complaint I have, it does play a bit slow, but then I am playing on console, so it does work out in the end. And just a bit of sniping action. It's always fun on Doom. I do like snipers on this game. I normally don't snipe, so there you go.
1 kill remaining.
And it looks like we are going to have quite a comfortable victory.
Possession ended.
And he gets completely destroyed by Doom. So that's game. That's some Doom. I like it. Not really much else to say. It's a good game from ID Software, and again, matchmaking. Look at those pings, so good. Oh dear, they do need to fix that though. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the commentary and my thoughts and feelings on Doom, and I will see you next time for some other game. I have no idea what. Toodles, or goodbye.